We've arrived at the other pasture.
Letting go of
It's ready to fence for him.
dream. I lay each one down at your feet. Every moment of my wandering never changes what you see. I've tried to win this war, I confess. My hands are weary, I need your rest. Mighty warrior, king of the fight.
Can't wait to share with you.
No matter what I face, you're by my side. When you don't move the mountains, I'll need.
And it's just beautiful about what they are as a family, what they demonstrate in their walk, and how they were willing to share with us what they do on their day-to-day life on the farm, but as a family unit. And even though when things hit in life and things happen and change the dynamics of a family, how they can still pull together. And from one man who started something as a farm and then passed it on to his children, then those children passing it on to the next set of children, and now we're going into the fourth generation. So walk along with us as you view with the story with the Mulligans and with Karen taking time with us and Joe, and we hope you enjoy it. And my whole heartfelt point of this is that you can take from it to apply it to your life, practical ways of how to be a family, how to enjoy each other, work hard, and to walk by faith and do well in that. So enjoy the next segments coming up. Well, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good, how about you?
I'm good. Ready to go here. I just want to say good morning to Karen, and thank you for tuning in. We've got Karen Mulligan with us. She is a family friend and part of the family. We call her not only friend, but part of the family for a long, long time, and since you were a little girl.
Yep.
And going back to your parents, we were friends with them, and then obviously you're being part of their family, and it's extended out now as being an adult and being a part of, I know, you want to be part of it. This is about you. Totally fine. So we thank you for allowing us to come in this morning. We're here at Karen's barn with her father. This is a farm that you grew up at. Your home is a barn in which your dad had. And I want to just go back and craft some information about the Mulligans, who they are, and what you have here, and how you've grown up with that, and how then traditionally taking that and moving forward in the years to come. So Karen, Dad had a dairy farm, which we're now in. This is where he had his milk.
Yes.
Okay. So that was his livelihood, and always have done that, correct?
Yes.
And let me even go back even further than that. He grew up on a dairy farm down the road, correct? Or grandpa's. Okay. So that's something he's always done and known for years, and you grew up with that as your livelihood.
Yep.
Now he's actually working outside in another job, but he actually has heifers here.
Yeah, these are my uncle Jim's heifers, so he boards them for the winter.
Okay.
Just helps he cleans the barn with the horses, he has a little manure shade, take out, barn warm, so it's mutually beneficial.
Right, so they work together for that. So he's still doing part of the farming aspects, which consists of part of the horses, the draft horses, which is something that Dad's always done as well.
Yes. Yep. You know, family, you can't do it without everyone's help.
Right. Definitely a lot to
Yeah.
do. But let's go back. How did the horses come into the picture? Was it always the way? Because Grandpa, well, let's get the horses.
They use horses on the farm, so they always had them.
Okay.
And they got interested in getting a little more into the showing and stuff, and then it kind of grew. We started with the farm horses, moved to showing, and then
Working on the farm and then taking them into show.
yep, and then realized we had to get some show horses and decided to breed and went with preference and
Okay.
started going from there.
Now, Grandpa always had the horses on the farm, or when did that, do you remember when that came into the picture, when he had them on the farm, he used them for work, or was that always the way
Yeah.
that they had them?
Yeah,
So,
you know, Dad grew up, they had horses, I thought they did work. I mean,
Okay.
there wasn't tractor, they were using tractors for a while, they were using tractors.
okay, so Grandpa, now was that Grandpa's farm his starting, or did he inherit it from his family?
No, he went out, he worked on the farms when he was a kid.
Okay.
So that's where he got the experience, and he loved it.
Wonderful. So then he created his own farm.
Yeah.
Dad grew up on that. He had the horses, and now we're coming into the third generation then of passing on farming in different aspects.
They actually tell the story that when they had a farm in Peppersville, so they bought the farm in Lebanon and came here, they actually had to start saying, on a team of horses and on the wagon and spreader going through Colgate campus.
Really? I think there's a show about that. Oh, definitely. That's so funny. So it's just carrying on, and now Grandpa is semi-retired. He's still part of the farm, but your Uncle Jim is now running the dairy farm down the
Yes,
road.
him and his son Mike.
So that's passing on to there for Mike to continue with his dad.
Yep.
Okay, so we've got a lot of things going on this road in particular.
Yeah.
So now that brings us to you, and there's you and your sister Brenda. And now grandbaby, and her daughter Bethany.
Yes.
How old is Bethany again?
She's 5.
She's 5. And now she's part of this whole farming
Yes, the
aspect.
ponies over there.
So she has a pony. So now we've got, let's see, we've got Grandpa, then we got Dad, and then we've got you, and then we're going into Bethany. So we're 4 generations now we're going into with the farming aspect of horses, showing her the cows. And what I really want to get into is you growing up in this. Okay, so we don't have a choosing of how what we're brought into. But you had a choice to stay with this or walk away and not be part of it at all.
Right.
What makes you want to continue on with Dad and your sister and now with Bethany? Obviously, we know we're not milking here in this barn, but you've got the aspects of the heifers, but the horses and passing that tradition and you carrying that on with your sister. Why is that important to you?
I think it's kind of funny because when you're growing up, I don't think you always really appreciate it when you're a kid. Sometimes,
For sure.
you think, you have to do this and you have to do that. There's like, always lots of work involved.
Right.
As you get older, you get that appreciation for it and how fortunate you actually were. And with the horses, it's something that's like part of you, and it's a love that, for me, I just can't walk away from.
Okay,
So
it's personal for you because you have a personal connection with it. It isn't just because, well, I got to help Dad out of it because this is what we do.
Right.
It's a heart connection
Yes.
of continuing this on because you're passionate about the horses and working with them.
Right. And I mean, of course, it's a lot of work. Not one person can do it, but you got to look at all the fun memories you create, and fun times, and the great stories you look back on and have.
Right.
And those are things we wouldn't trade for anything.
That's wonderful. And we've been able to share that with you because even though we haven't done everything with you, as our friendship with your parents, we had that young. We were young people coming in, being friends with them, and now having our children. We participated with coming up here at times to share with what you're doing, but also going to the events where you show your horses.
Right.
This is a big deal. Like you go out with a show wagon and take this out and show them and compete with other people with your horses. And I know that our children and Guy and I have fond memories of being able to participate in that and watching you all grow as you were a little girl. But now going out as a woman and with Dad and competing with people that have come from all walks of life. I mean, there's some with money, some without. But competing to show showmanship and speak to that. Part of what is it that when you're competing, because people who don't know about draft horses or showing, what is it that you are doing with them when you go out to show?
They look at, they have multiple classes, or they call line classes, or just with the confirmation. We don't get into that too much. We're more onto the hitching aspect.
Okay.
Which when you go in the ring, they're looking for animation, so how they move. Okay. Their headsets, you want a nice headset, heads up in the air. You're looking at the team, so how they're driving together, if they're fluid,
Cooperating with you and each other.
Yes.
Okay.
When you look trot, they ask to reverse directions. You walk for not few steps normally. You walk very much now. And then you come in, line up, and they back up. And when you line up, the judge walks around, looks at the confirmation too, so any blemishes and size and how they match up with each other. So there's a lot of things that come together.
A lot of categories in what you've got to fit and work
there's
with.
not like it's kind of judges, personal opinion for the day. One judge may look at, might weigh in one area a little further than another judge might do a little differently. So it sort of depends on the day. I mean, there's similarities, but it's not the scoring card or anything like that.
Right. Okay. So there's there's a lot involved, not a lot of money involved as far as earning back, I don't believe. When you compete,
No.
and if you do well, it's not like, you know, it's because of money that you do this.
No. You have to like doing it.
Right.
It's a hobby. It's a fun hobby. You hope to maybe, the prize money, if you can break even to pay for your gas, or a little extra.
And having family time, doing this together, because you certainly couldn't do this alone. I mean,
No.
your sister goes, you have other family members
Yeah,
that participate.
aunt helps, my grandparents didn't help with it as much now.
Right.
Their age.
Right.
Um,
And Dad, obviously, because again, let's go back to Dad. And Dad, you're here. You're over here like cleaning bar. Why don't you come over and join us for a moment? You can be a part of this. He's agreed to be a part of this. I'm so excited. So hello there. Thank you for allowing me to clean your barn.
So the plot thickens.
Yes, it does thicken. This is Joe Mulligan.
No movie or video is complete without a villain.
Exactly.
Or like a Beauty and the Beast on the Beast, or at least a Hillbilly Hick. So I can do all three pretty well.
He's going to
It's
turn
kind of
his hat.
natural, actually.
You're going to turn your hat every 2 minutes.
Oh,
and
God.
we're gonna do-
I can be with it like a young guy.
There you go. Well, Joe, we were just kind of sharing about the beginnings of the farm and how you grew up and how it's went for your daughters. And, you know, as far as you being a dad and having your girls in adulthood, I mean, because we know it's children, they were brought up on the farm, and then they did it because part of it is that's what you do as a family. But now as adults, they're coming back in and they're sticking with you to take a tradition of working with the horses, not on the farm, but also competing with them in competitions all over the place. How does that make you feel as a dad to know that what you've grown up with and instilled in them, that they want to be with you? Like they want to do this with you. I mean, how important and how does that make you feel as a dad?
Oh, pretty good, I think. Yeah, they want to be.
That's a good answer.
They want to be with me because we love showing horses, and it's something we all do together. It's a family thing, and I always tell people it's a way to stay together. And the rest of the year when we're not showing, we're together because we can't afford to go anywhere else.
There you go. That's one way to be together.
But yeah, it's a unique lifestyle that we've had from working with horses and showing, and having your kids and family. And I can't take too much credit for it because my wife is what instilled all the family values and taught me a lot. And she was the Beauty in the Beast movie, and people ask me how I ever got Megan. But I lost her in 2010 to breast cancer. It's a filthy, nasty disease. It affected a lot of people, but I realize a lot more now how important family is, mostly due to her. And, like I have a granddaughter now with us. That's a lot of fun. And without her, none of that would have been possible. So.
Well, she certainly is with us today in spirit. As far as I personally know the story and walked that out with you in so many different ways, and the friendship that we shared, Guy and I, and you and Vicki, and then sharing on with the children. But knowing what her part played as a mom and as a wife in the farm life and as a family unit, that it mattered, it connected, and it was a glue that's still sticking together.
Yep.
That even though that she's not with us here in body, that it's still, her presence is still with us and on you as a family unit. And for you to then take it even further to realize with your girls and with a granddaughter, that you have that specialness and not that, because even though she's not with us in person, because that could tear people apart. When you have a death and when you have someone that's not with you anymore, can rip a family apart.
Yeah, so or it can bring you closer, I guess.
And it or can bring you closer. And watching and being a part of this journey even further along, it has definitely brought you together, kept you together, and probably even more, because you stuck together and you're doing things day to day. It is a lifestyle, what you're talking about. You're not just doing this like here and there. What you're doing is a lifestyle, and it's working to keep the family together. And I know as a mom that would be what I would want. And so we know that that's what was in Vicky's heart too, that you would continue on to stay a family. You could have been, but you're okay. You're okay. So we've got now now we counted 4 generations that is going through with Bethany, the granddaughter, being a part of this. But she's already been, you've got her behind the times with the reins, just kind of getting her used to the, because now when you were working with them as kids, did you foresee what's happened back then, or it just kind of happened?
No,
I mean, did you plan it?
No. Like with the horse aspect, we always had horses. My dad, we farmed horses, just like 12 people around here called us Amish farmers. And we started going to a few things like the horse shows and watch people do it. And I said, geez, we could do this. And it's something I kind of wanted to do. So it's my fault that I dragged everybody
Dad
else
wanted to do it, so then you're dragged along to do it.
down the road. And so of course the girls were born into it, so, you know, I just, like my Brenda, my youngest daughter, she was only 10 days old, I think it was, and she was at State Fair. And we were showing there all week, so she's been there ever since, and we started showing a year after Karen was born. So that's something that they've always done. Well, I was the guilty party wanting to do it, so.
But you know what? You were the dad who's showing us something of a lifestyle, something to do as a family that was positive. It wasn't a negative piece. It brought more of the other family members together because they would help participate to ready the horses, because there's so many details involved in readying the horses before you even compete. You know, and if there's food involved, there's the materials, there's your harnesses, there's all the things. And I remember your mom would always be there, you know, braiding, combing the hair and putting the ribbons in. And I remember, we've got Don now, but I remember Don's tail, the horse Don, that she would always fuss over how much hair he had. And every time I look at him, I think your mother about how she'd be brushing it out and fussing over how much it was to work with. It definitely was. But so all these things are important because what we have there as a ministry, what we're trying to encourage people is faith family farm. And, you know, you're walking that out and sharing that. I mean, we're not perfect people, but we're definitely, there you go. Able to maintain what has been instilled in you through your children, and demonstrate it, walk it, and encourage it. And they could, you know, they're adults, they could walk away. They could just change their mind. But Karen is brought into it as a heart conviction. She loves doing what she's doing. And Brenda, and being a part of that. And I think it, because you as a father have shared with them and instilled it and walked it and taught them right from all the aspects of how to farming. And then using the horses and then taking it into a competitive piece, but yet you build relationships with that because you have so many friends within the grass horse community that you've, you know, been friendly with and hang out with. So it picks your family and shares that with more. And so we want to thank you for allowing us to come to the farm to just kind of get your story and your beginnings and where you're sharing what you've done with your family and is now going from Karen to Brenda into Bethany. And we want to continue on, and we want to encourage it as a ministry to be able to share that with others, but I encourage you to keep that going as a family unit, because that's what God and I want for our children and grandchildren. And we know out there the world is hard, and there's a lot of bad things going on, but there's a lot of good things, and we want to keep focusing on that and support each other. So thank you for allowing us to come in and get your sharing. Kind of show people what you got going on here, because it's really, really awesome, and continue walking that. So thank you. Karen, you're gonna walk along, just kind of show us what you've got here for your draft horses. Hi, buddy.
This is Pat.
Hi, Pat.
But that's irrelevant here. So back to the subject.
There we go. Hi, buddy.
He's
Money when you drive.
anything new, he's our security dad. So
Like, just let me know I'm okay. You're okay, buddy. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. It's all right. It's all right. There you go. So
that's Pat.
there's Pat.
And then this is King. Pat and King.
Hi, King.
They drive together a lot.
Hi, buddy. Hi, honey.
They're our power team when it comes to any heavy work. They're pretty strong, willing to work.
Okay, so they would lead the way.
Yep, this is Bob.
Hi, Bob.
He's a little hairy right now from the winter. He needs, he's like kind of like Don.
We've got like this. We've got like
But,
Zeus that needs to have a little brushing off more. Hi, buddy. I know I don't have any snacks. I know. You wish that I did.
He's a good boy.
And what role does he play?
He's been our lead horse. We use him like in the cart classes and stuff.
Okay.
He won at the 2014 for Train Congress. They have a big cart class, Drive to the Cure class.
Okay.
There was like 40-some in there, and he won that. So
Awesome.
he's a good horse.
Good job.
This is Reno.
Hi, Reno.
He's our newest addition. We got him last year.
Okay.
4-year-old, so he's 5 this year. So we're hoping, he did pretty good last year, hoping we have some little growth this year. Just getting a year of experience under his belt and some more work this winter.
And what? Because let's go to that. Because you're saying he's 4, so he's young. So
He's
what?
5. We got
He's
him
5.
4
Okay.
last year,
So, you know, we realize that they've got to train up. And what is an age where one would be like more mature and ready? And of course, every horse is a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
But you're saying he's young for a reason. So what would young mean? Not just age, but
for draft horses, they peak a little faster than a lot of your sale horses. Don't mean the prime to like they're 10 or 12 sometimes.
Okay.
The draft horses, you hope around. I mean, it's kind of individual. Some mature faster. I mean, there's some hinches using 3-year-olds in a lead that they're exceptional and going. But you hope as a 5-year-old, 5 or 6, that they really start coming in their own.
And that's more with working with them to prepare them for what
Yeah.
their expectation, what the
Yeah.
expectation is for the horse.
Yeah.
Okay.
But sometimes too, like he had to work more this winter, like pulling, sprint. Sometimes that can kind of make him. My dad says more of a man instead of a boy.
Right. Right. Okay. So he's a work in progress, like us all.
Down here's a spider.
Hey, buddy. Hi.
It came with that name.
He came with the name. Yes, because when you get the horses, usually they're already named. It's not like you don't have a lot of foals here, so they're already named.
We kept the name. He came from a friend of ours in Canada last year. We bought him. So he's worked out. He can go a couple different positions. So he's worked out really well here.
Well, that's good. Hi, buddy. We won't hold anything against you with your name. None of us have that option either, even as children being born. It's whatever mom and dad give us. So, okay. Well, let's move on to the tack room.
All right.
Okay, so Karen, go ahead and let us know what are we looking at
All
here.
right. This is just what we call like a practice or farm harness.
Okay.
Obviously, it's nothing like what we use for show. But it's just, they have the collars here.
Okay.
And this is just all one piece. It's quick and easy to throw on.
Okay.
These harnesses here are the nylon harness. We had leather too in the past. Just nylon works nice for cleaning and upkeep and stuff.
And
And
you
be a little lighter too.
And you said this is practice, so
Just
this is not what you use when you're going out to show.
Show everything is patent leather. I mean, we don't use that for show. We don't use it for like weddings and stuff. We have a different, like a semi in between show.
And that's something we didn't bring up
harness.
before, is that you actually do weddings as well for people who want to
Yeah.
hire you to come
Yep.
in with a wagon and with the
Yep.
horses. So that's where you would use the other harnesses to be able to showcase, because you have to like what? Treat that very
like,
delicately.
So this spring, I'll go through. I mean, toothbrush, get unbuckle, go through all the spaces where you can't
right,
get to normally.
right. And treat that leather as well.
Treat that, and then put a blackened coat on it, and then go through, put baby oil polish on the patent leather and chrome. So that's a
Whole other
several
process.
day project for
Okay,
us. And
to
then
prepare you for the
just
shows.
for the show, and then during the show, before it's put away, everyone has to wipe it. Has to be all wiped down, stuff before you put it away too. So it's
Quite the process.
Yeah, and that's they're very expensive to try to buy now. The harness we have is like 20-some years old, but we've kept, like you said, treat it with extreme care.
Definitely, so that has longevity, and also, but I watched you at the shows and know what you're speaking
Yeah.
of, the time process before you even step into the ring
Right.
for the showing. So, okay.
This harness, we got pretty much set. So once we're in the flow of things in the summer, each horse uses the same harness. But then, it can be interchangeable too. We can adjust sometimes if we have to as well.
Okay. Well, this gives us an idea, especially for those at home who aren't that familiar with draft horse and the process of what it takes to do this,
Yeah.
and or those who are interested, maybe they'll be like, "Oh, that's what it looks like."
The bridles are over here. You want to see those? So yeah, these are the bridles. When you're driving, we have blinders on so the horses don't get scared of things behind them or in front of them.
Well, as Christians, we need our blinders on too.
Yeah. This is a check bit, so it helps keep the horse's head up. So
Okay.
that you not see that, just normal farm harness or farm bridle.
Well, that part of the showing is that the judge wants to see the head
head
up.
up, yeah, and that's you know, a training part too. You work on increasing that throughout the year. Gradually, you still start jacking the head up right at the beginning.
Well,
to get that muscle.
So that works the muscle. So then hopefully the plan is that you wouldn't have to utilize that as much as if the horse then is obedient to keeping the head
Yeah,
up.
I mean, you still have to use it because it's just.
Yeah.
something.
Well,
I
again,
just
let's
don't
go
like
back
it,
to
you know?
Don. I know Don likes to keep, our horse likes to keep his head
Pat,
down.
Like you could go without a check. Like his check is loose. It puts his head up higher than what you can check.
Right.
But a couple others, if they could, they'd still want it down. They're just, you know,
Yeah.
like that.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Karen, so where are we now? What's this all about?
This is the ring where we do a lot of practicing in. You know the guy very well that came a few years ago and did it, Guy Gillette.
Oh, the husband.
Days and because he had to move some dirt from land to level things out. So this is where we do a lot of practicing. Normally in the summer, we normally get up. We're out here driving about 5:30 or so. Just works out well. Well, because with the black horses, the sun bleaches them out.
Right.
So we either have to drive really early or really late. And late sometimes just because it makes for short nights.
Right,
So
right.
we've gone to driving a lot of mornings. There's
Which
no-
makes sense before it gets real
cooler,
hot.
There's no bugs. You know, the way it works out, me being off in the summer, so I can stay and rinse them off, and Dad leaves for work, so that works out convenient that way.
Right.
But yeah, you know, you can go, obviously, you know, it's good because it'll rain like you're going to be in the show, to give them that practice. You know, go so many laps one way, then reverse, go the other way.
Which is really,
Yeah.
this is acting as your show ring that you would have at a fair that you would be competing
Yeah,
in.
especially,
Okay.
you know, in, like with your multiple pitches, like your 4s and 6s, you know, working on that, them working together and driving together as a unit, so you want to have that time to be able to practice that.
Okay.
We do like, sometimes you want to do some extra conditioning, so go over one of the hills, work them up a hill just to help build muscle quicker that way.
Okay.
Or, you know, you can drag a tire behind a wagon or Ford cart to help them draw a little more weight too.
How often would you be doing this in between? Because you compete all summer long, right? From spring to actually fall,
Yeah, like
correct?
July, July till October.
Okay. So how often in those times would you be doing these type of exercises in the midst of the competitions? Approximately.
You know, we normally, I'd say average at least 5 days a week.
That you would be
that.
working them
Working them.
in between the competitions
Yeah.
on the weekends.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, when you have a show, we won't drive the day before the show. Maybe give them like 1 or 2 days off, kind of just have more energy for the show that way.
Right.
But
But-
yeah, and you know, things come up too. You know, we have to work out sometimes like with hay or, you know, your personal stuff going
Right.
on too. Sometimes, you know, once you get them in that shape too, you can take a couple more days off. 'Cause
Right.
already at that baseline, we're not
But
going to lose it.
you got to get that training, that rhythm, and get them acclimated to what's expected when they
Right.
go out to compete.
You know, especially working all winter on the spreader too. So they're coming in the spring with some pretty good longevity on them already, which helps.
Okay.
But you know, like our day shows, that's you know, you go through all your classes right in a row, so you have to be in shape so they can go. You know, even at your other shows, I'm going there like foaming and sweaty, and so it just, you know, it's part of the doing things right.
Right. Okay. Well, and it prepares them for the expectation. It gets the horse's body ready, and it keeps them healthier, I would imagine,
Yeah.
because they're trained for this competition, that their body's ready. And you mentioned a spreader. We're going to head to that next and show
Sure.
people at home what Dad does on the farm daily to keep the horses fit, but also utilizes them in another way. So we'll be right back. Okay. So Karen, what are we looking at here? I know what it is.
The spreader.
There we go.
So this is what the manure runs onto. And take it out to the field, to front of the field, which is obviously a natural fertilizer.
Okay.
So you can see the horses, this is a 4-cart, and it's all ground driven, so there's no hydraulics involved.
Okay.
So you can use a tractor, but you don't have to have any
Right.
hydraulics. So
I'll get and see if I can get another picture of that. So
Okay.
let me make sure that I show that. Okay.
So you can see the 2 horses hooked on it here.
Okay.
And goes, spreads and brings it back. During the winter, he keeps the spreader in the barn just so it doesn't freeze up. During the summer, it sits out here, and obviously you just run the manure on. Then when you're ready, you can go and spread with it. Like I said, you can see, you know, get a pretty good load that can give a good condition for the horses too when they're working.
So this is part of the, you know, utilizing them on the farm on daily aspect, instead of a tractor and fuel and all like that, but it's also then keeping the horses in shape
Yep.
for the other pieces in which you use them.
Yes, I mean, when we had the last big snowstorm we had.
Oh yeah, which was a big one.
Yes, so he's using the horses for that. So he does basically every day throughout the winter.
Okay. Well, we're excited to learn more about the project. I mean, I've known quite a bit of the pieces you shared here, but there's some things I didn't. But I'm excited to get this out to people at home to share what your particular farm does here and how you're working together as a family. And I appreciate you so much for allowing us to come in and
no problem.
capture that. And then we got your dad involved. I thought that's awesome. And how you're taking traditions and family farm and moving them forward in the future.
Yep.
You and your sister and the grandchild involved, but you're still with your dad, your family unit, and it's so important that we can share that there's good things happening in the world, and what you're doing here is really good, and we love being a part of it as your friends, and we really appreciate that you allowed us to capture that.
Thanks. I think it's you're seeing more of a push. Seems more of a trend for people getting back to some of the agricultural roots.
It's simplicity
in
that.
schools, and you see the trend going everywhere. It's just kind of people going back to realizing, use
Keep
your
it
own
simple.
resources. Yeah.
Use your own resources. Keep it simple. Faith Family Farm.
Understanding where things come from and how to use it.
And it builds a better appreciation. And what you made mention earlier when we were speaking is that, with some of the things you grow up in and some of it you may not have appreciated all of it at the time, but it was embedded in you, and now you do have an appreciation. You're in education as well, which we didn't bring up, so you actually have an impact on children in the public school system. So what you're doing in your daily walk in your life can model that to them and share with them the simplicity, yet very hard work of Faith Family Farm. And I think that speaks another part of your character and you as a person and you as a educator, that you can be able to further that message with people that need to hear what life really could be about and should be about. And if we go back to what God has created and work with that and are good stewards, how it'll be blessed. And we can pass that on to the next generation. So we look forward to seeing I think what we're going to do is another segment when you're out showing in a competition. I think what we'll do is we'll come out and meet you again and we'll share with the people what that really is all about.
It's very different than probably what you imagine right now.
Yeah, so. I'll be fast on my feet with that one because we'll want to capture this. So stay tuned for the next time we come out with the Mulligans. And actually, the farm is called Skyline Farm.
Yes. Yep.
And Mulligans with their Pertrons. So we'll go out to a show and we'll meet you there and we'll capture all that for the people at home.
All right. Sounds
so
great.
Thank you.
All right.
Take
Thanks,
care.
Wendy.
Until the next time, be well.